2 down, nobody on. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the start of the 4th. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Up next for Atlanta.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
In plenty of time to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Sean Murphy. He's 0 for 1. That clips the corner. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Lake Bacher, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Gibson getting loose as well. Man at second. That one almost got him. In the air to left center. Stowers on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And another trip back to the dugout as the slump continues. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center, and that's the 3rd out. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now here's the Marlins DH, Christopher Morel.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The next offering misses. Ball 3.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Payoff pitch. Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. And up next for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a miss.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the
swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Go ahead run on base. Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins.
No, that's a ball.
On the ground. And that one finds its way through. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Austin Slater stands in. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the...
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. So up next, Graham Pauley walked his first time. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Down low.
Right here, a couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate.
That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. Runner around third. The second run scores. It's a 2-run double, and they lead by 2. It's going to be Jared Cerny.
No, that's a ball.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Chop back up the middle. Kim throws to first in time. That ends the frame. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on. We go to the top of the fifth. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ha-Sung Kim. This one in the air, center field. Marcy on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Now in for the Braves, Eli White.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right
Ball.
Check swing. He went. And 1-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Into the outfield, base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hey.
Runner takes off. Pitch
Ball.
misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Ground ball left side. Inning over. Braves
Now pitching for
back
Atlanta,
now to start the
number
bottom of the
33,
fifth. Taking over on the mound, Joey Wentz.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Ball one.
On the ground right side. Olsen steps on the bag, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. And the
Ball.
first pitch misses for ball one.
Yep.
On the ground to the left, Kim. The throw to first. Home after the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Connor Norby.
No.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder. Back here in Miami. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Here's Matt Olson.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
He was late there, strike one.
You know, these Braves looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. Here's Mauricio Dubon, 1 for 2. That one the other way. That's his second hit of the day. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. In there. He's safe.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
1 out. Runner at second. Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves. Fastball for a strike. Strike on the outside. 0-2 now.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 2 out.
Well, Blue, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Man on second, 2 down. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out. 1 left. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Here's a 2-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a bouncer. Throw on to Olsen.
Got him. That's an out.
Away, bottom of the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez. Foul ball there. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Wentz, 28 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
This to third, Dubon. And there are 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Not much to...
Here comes the manager. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Bryce Elder.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. In the dirt. Marcy, the runner at first with 2 gone. Way outside, it's 2-2. On the ground to third. Whips it across, and that is that. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Andrew Nardi.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning. So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you've got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. One down. Now the left fielder, Eli White. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1. Strike two. Step off throw to first, and he dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Activity in the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Bender getting cranked up as well.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Braves. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Ball. Ball two.
Elder, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Going. Gone. A solo shot. And down the shortstop, Jared Cerna. Fastball for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. What a foul ball. Rips that one to right. One down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Olsen takes it to the bag, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers.
Hee-haw!
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norton. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, he gloves it to first. And that's a great play for the out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Anthony Bender.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Albies leading things off. It takes a strike. On a line, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat.
In the dirt, blocked. Albies aboard here at first with nobody out.
Ball 2.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That was the sweeper, but it missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
3-1 is on the way. Swing and a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses. 1 out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Duvall in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one. Man at first, one away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that'll do it. One left.
Leading up for the Marlins.
Safe.
We go to the 9th. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. Oh, he can't squeeze it. Still fires to first, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Michael Harris the second digs in now, 1 for 3. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And a foul ball. Fairbanks is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
The 1-2. Way inside. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. So, man aboard. And now, Ha-Sung Kim. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. And now it's going to be Eli White. He's one of the faster guys. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Dominic Smith.
And he would be the tying run, Booth, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Backed off the plate that time. And fouled off. He's so consistent that the manager basically can look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Tying run at the plate. In the air, right field. Slater has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Manager. Kane Gibson comes on now.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Oh, man. That stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing. Just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
They're down to their final strike.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, oh, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good. And
he's in there.
You can see it in opposing hitters as well. Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Ball.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. Can't get there. 1 run will score. Here comes the runner. The second run scores. It's a 2-run double, and now they trail by 1. So runner at second, 2 down. Ozzie Albies now at the plate. Trying to deliver as the hero. Swings and misses at 1 down below the zone. The Marlins trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the 9th. That's to third. And it gets by him. Around third. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And a run is in to score.
We know you got to watch the ball all the way into the glove. I think he just tried to be too quick right there and skipped the first step of the process. I'm sure he's in disbelief at what just happened, more so than anyone else.
Substitution now at first base. Braves going with a pinch runner. Jorge Mateo deploying some added speed as they look to take the lead. Here is Matt Olson. Challenge from behind the dish here. Step off, throw to first. They got him, and that will end the back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Xavier Edwards.
One big swing could end it, but I'm sure he's just looking to find a way on base, get something started.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Ball.
Pitch
Ball
misses, and the count is 3-1. That one misses, so lead off walk. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges. Now into the ball game on defense, Austin Riley. He's the new third baseman. Into center. That one gets down for a hit. And now the winning run is on base. Here's the shortstop at the play, Jared Cerna. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out, and that wasn't close.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Fires across the diamond, 2 out. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Liam Hicks.
No.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. On the ground, and that's just foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra. We're back, and a new arm on the mound. It's runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Matt Olson down. 0 for 3 in this one. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Ball misses. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changed.
Lined into right. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. In to score from third. And they've got the lead in extra innings. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second